Joanna Jat se 2Kiwis&Cheese podcast Ixen Garrett. It's Valyrian.
Brent.
Hey, he's got it. You get okay. Follow it up. Follow it up.
Mikasa Sukasa. What is this? Is this
so? Welcome to the 2Kiwis&Cheese podcast. That's what that was. That was the intro, but in a High Valyrian.
Yeah.
I've been learning High Valyrian from Game of Thrones on Duolingo. I started it on Friday.
I was so confused.
I know.
Where they fuck's sakes.
I did have to look up a couple words, but that's fine. If I got something wrong and we've got a listener who knows more about High Valyrian than I do, or Valyrian,
then
Valyrian,
don't
Valyrian?
write in.
Then don't write.
Don't care.
I'm still learning, hun. But yeah, so I've been working on that with Duolingo. I also have been.
Can you do that in High Valyrian or whatever it's called?
No, but
What can you say in High Valyrian? Did you wait? You read that off its transcript though, right? Did you read that out?
No, I did have to get a couple words, but there were part of a couple words that I already knew. I'm like very at the beginning of learning it. So
what have you actually memorized?
Sayings wise, I'm still like committing to memory. I'm using the practice thing on Duolingo a lot just because I have issues with that. But I believe I told I was playing Dead by Daylight with one of our friends, and it came up, and she was like, "What can you say in High Valyrian?" And I told her she was a good girl in High Valyrian. I gotta remember. I don't remember exactly.
Why have you memorized that? That's so weird.
Because
what the fuck?
Of the words that they have given me to make sentences out of, those are the few.
What?
There's others, but that worked.
You're a good girl. That's so weird.
That was the point.
So weird.
Okay.
She was like, talk dirty to me in High Valyrian. I'm like, I could do that.
Oh.
Like, of all the things that like you like coming from Game of Thrones, it makes sense. Well, not just Game. I think more High Valyrian is spoken in House of the Dragon. So
yeah. I just finished season 3. There is a lot more in that season than the 2 before it.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Game of Thrones, even though it's old, and I know Brent's not gonna watch it, but that end of that season was really sad. They just freaking murdered all the Starks, and it's not fair. It's not okay.
Isn't that what they always do, though? Like,
yeah,
isn't that literally the show? Like they like
it's the
yeah, but I wasn't expecting it.
Right.
I definitely cried. Okay, I'll give it that.
I will say it got to a point where it was like the distance of the story. It just served shock value.
It did.
Well, no,
After I got over the initial emotions, I thought about it, and it worked because I felt like it was kind of a stalemate for the Stark army and everything.
You eat
so it makes sense.
There's a thing in the book where you get punished for seeking revenge, like specifically with. But were you up to your season 3, right?
I just finished it and started a little bit of episode 1 of season 4. I'm sorry, I just got home and got out of the shower and hopped on when we're recording this, so I'm eating a bowl of Frosted Flakes, and no one can stop me.
Okay, good. So I can say it.
Right.
Revenge. There's a big character. There's 2 big characters actually that you've recently parted ways with. That that this will work perfectly for, where characters will get punished for seeking out revenge. You know, if their main goal is vengeance or revenge. They're not going to win, no matter if they're good or bad. It's but like we as like viewers have learned to the people going up for revenge, if they're good guys, they're going to get it. Not like
Huh. So that's a pattern I can follow,
well,
essentially.
in the early seasons that are written by I was about to say J.R.R. Tolkien, but no, that's the
Yeah,
wrong.
That's the wrong one. But no, I know I can't remember the
Facts.
guy's name. But yeah, the initial writer of the original Game of Thrones books.
I'm just trying to like. I know it, but I've just got this thing where words
Yeah.
just disappear.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe that you know it. It's in your brain somewhere. Must be.
George R.R. Martin.
You dickhead! I wanted to figure it out.
You
Anyway.
absolute scoundrel. He had it in there.
You wool scones. Yeah. Anyway, like he, in my opinion, was a better writer than the D&D, David and Dan, the writers, the adapters initially, and then writers for the show. A lot of the themes that were initially in the show, coming from the original writings, disappeared. People got revenge, and yeah, so I would say yes, it's something to look out for, but it disappears after like season 6, I think.
Yeah, because that's after that they have to start. Because
Yeah.
the show outpaces the books.
Yeah, and so it's kind of there where I'm just like, not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did they just whatever this I've already forgot his name. He didn't write
George R. R. Martin.
the news show.
In a
What's his
way,
involvement?
yes, the news show's a special thing because it's based on a series of basically it's based on a historical book in universe. So there's a book written called Fire and Blood, which is a history about the Targaryens, the previous 2 centuries, and they developed that into a show. But the nature of the book, which is actually quite interesting, is it very much follows the unreliable narrator story structure because no one knew the full truth of what happened, and so there were different accounts from different people. And so after reading the book, you didn't come out of it knowing what actually happened. It was written from the point of view of the maesters, who are basically just like the court smart people. And yeah, so it's a weird little thing where it's the show. They had the writers for the show had to sort of make things fact. The show
They
doesn't
decide what was fact and what wasn't.
Yeah, the show doesn't tell it from in the same structure as the book. It follows a normal story structure, except it changes. It's time skips.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't actually know how it fit in. So that's good to know.
The book was it was quite interesting because it wasn't factual, but it didn't really. It was going to be difficult from the start to sort of make that into a story. It's like it. This is exaggeration, but it's like getting a dictionary and trying to make a story out of it. Or it's like trying to get a board game, like the board game Battleship, and making a movie out of it.
I wonder how that would go.
Have you actually seen that movie? I have.
No,
Um,
I've watched like a really good roundup of it, and it
It's
looks really
it's
bad.
truly something. It's truly
Like,
something. They do have
aliens.
battleships, and then they also have aliens. And they
Mm,
also have Rihanna. Is that her? Is that
yeah,
Rihanna?
Rihanna's in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
As the I think she's the weapons officer. I can't remember. Yeah, she's in it.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
It was
It's-
a movie.
I think as a
Yes.
concept, it was I weirdly, I think the just the trying to transfer rules and shit from the actual board game, they did all right. Like the fucking uh pellet things that they've got actually look like the stud bits that you put in the ships. I found that
Yeah.
interesting. Just and the trying to keep them in that certain feel.
Did they actually say in the movie, "You sunk my battleship"? At some point,
I don't think so.
they should. They should have. Like the movie was already crap. They should have said that at some point. Come on, they should have given us that.
I don't think I could tell you a single line from the movie. So
That was
just
probably a
because
lie.
I don't remember it doesn't mean it's not said.
Get to the battleship and fire. Burn the fire the
Understandable.
ship at the for battle. Fire the bang boom boom. Yeah.
Yeah,
Battleship.
Yeah.
it reminds me a lot of the Transformers movies, which I describe as military porn. It
Yeah.
very much is
Yeah. Yeah.
very sort of pro. I think, despite like ignoring the actual qualities of the movie itself, I think there was an uptake in recruitment in the Navy. after
Oh,
the movie.
really?
Well, you can say that
That's
about
fine.
the Transformers movie, and I think it's the same thing with this movie as well. It's like it had an effect on recruitment. That's the only
Yeah,
reason that
it
the
didn't get
US
me.
military gets
Sorry.
involved with this stuff is literally because it.
You didn't get caught in the net.
And if I'm going anywhere, it's the Air Force because it's the easy one.
Yeah,
The easy one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd join. I'd join the I'll be in the kitchen. You know.
you'd be in
There
the
you go.
galley.
I'll peel some potatoes. I'll peel 10,000
Potato
potatoes.
man. He'll
And I'll-
boil them, mash them, and stick them in a stew.
Exactly.
I had a lovely potato dinner.
Did
Hmm.
you?
Yeah.
Is that your dinner tonight?
Already eaten it, but yes.
Oh, yum,
Nice.
yum. I went to a
Very
Greek
nice.
restaurant yesterday. It was very fancy, and I didn't really know what anything was, and it was just. Okay, so I sat down,
What-
and
what
they
was
were
the name
like,
of the
"Oh, you can get the." I don't actually remember. It was like
It was Greek.
it was Greek.
It's very
But-
Greek.
But I got like a lunchy dish thing, and you had like you had the hummus, you had like little kind of like a little ricey thing. You stick it all together, and like chicken. Oh, it was so good. But
you
then
do
like
that all
the
together and then
the
you turn it
longer I
all
sat
about.
in there, the more uncomfortable I was because the more I noticed that there was just eyes as like decoration around
Oh yeah,
the
no, that's
restaurant.
that's very like even on the ships.
Yeah.
Ancient Greek
Yeah.
ships,
But
the eyes.
The eyes. So there was like eyes hanging from like the chandelier. Then there was eyes in like the pattern work. There was eyes on the napkins. There was eyes on like the menus. And then like I was like, oh my god. And
Everything's
like
just
I looked
looking
down
at you.
and there was eyes on like the seat. And I was like, what the fuck? Where did
And then
what's
you
going
look
on
back up
here?
at the eyes.
And then they all looked at
I was
me.
like, you looked in the mirror and there were eyes.
Oh, there's eyes.
Double the eyes.
They see me.
No, I would understand feeling weird about that. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Would you like to know my weird?
Good food.
I had a conversation the other day.
With
Uh
with me.
no, not with you. With what did I call them
Brief about
before?
it.
Let's give them a new. Let's call them Jimmer. I had a conversation with Jimmer. Me and Jimmer
Really?
had a conversation. So I think it like came about because we were talking about, oh, what would you name your kids? and
I would
I
name
came
my
up with
kids
a.
Charlie and
I-
Cleo.
Is that the name of your Stardew kids?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Oh my gosh. Well,
They're,
I came up with backstories for my kids as
I
well.
came up with the Backstreet Boys.
I came up with the Backstreet Boys.
The Backstreet
like,
Boys are now my children.
Exactly.
That's
But
hilarious.
I had Tarquin. I had
Did you
Rumpel.
say Tarkin?
Tarquin. Tarquin.
There's a Quinn in there.
Yeah. Rumpel and Lorraine. I've predicted the future, right? I saw into the future and I saw these children as they were my children of the future. I predicted my children of the future. So Tarquin.
I'm so sorry for your child that you named Rumple.
Oh, I'll get to Rumple.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
I've got a whole future panned
I'm
out
just gonna settle
for
into
my
my
kids.
cereal.
Yeah.
I
This
feel
is
like I need to justify why I chose Charlie and Cleo. I chose those so I could say them in the weird voice, like Charlie and Cleo. You know, from those videos, from
mm,
H2O just add water, and the one of the Charlie bit my finger.
Charlie bit
You
my
might be too
finger.
young for these, Robert.
Charlie bit my finger.
But that's kind of why I picked Tarquin, so I could go Tarquin. Tarquin, why aren't you doing your thing? Because Tarquin was the evil brat space lawyer child.
Jacqueline was the villain in a majority of the Star Wars movies.
Not Tarkin, Tarquin. Tarquin.
Oh, sorry,
I mean,
I
movies wise, it's only like
It's one. It's two
no,
movies.
it's two.
It's
Two
two because
movies.
of Rogue
It's
One.
Rogue One
Yeah.
and New Hope.
And that's a majority of the good ones.
Yeah.
Tarquin, he's an evil brat, right? So
He's a little shit.
he's a little shit, right? I send him to the private school and I force him to study so he gets me lots of money. That's what my plan was for Tarquin. That was the future for Tarquin, where he was the little shit. So he goes to private school. So he's already evil. As soon as he's born, I've determined he is the evil child. So he's named.
I'm pretty sure what
Tarquin.
they used to do with those is just like
Yeet him off a
toss
cliff.
them. Like if it's already evil. I mean,
No, he's gonna
if
earn the
you
money.
knew that baby Hitler was gonna be Hitler,
I thought you were gonna say Baby Yoda.
no, ew, no, not even on the same playing field, man.
Even in the
What, you
same
want
galaxy.
if you could go back in time and kill Hitler as a baby, would you do that scenario? I wouldn't. Tarquin is my child, okay? I love Tarquin, even though they're evil. But they're not evil in the same way that Hitler's evil, of course. They're evil as they're just like
So they're at
a
least worth
sleazy
keeping
scumbag.
around.
That kind of evil, you know?
Okay.
You know, like
okay.
not actually
So they're not evil,
really
they're
evil.
sleazy.
Sleazy, scummy, gonna get money from people, and then they're gonna give the money to me, of course, because they're my son.
Okay. I'm
going
gonna say
back-
good luck with that one, but okay.
Going
Yeah.
back to your question, if you could go back in time, would you
Oh my god.
murder the guy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, but that's just because of my fear of the butterfly effect, that we could end up with something worse. That is not because
Yeah,
Worse
that
my
is a
opinions.
possibility.
regarding
Hmm.
the acts committed by this guy.
Hey, we got some art out of Hitler at least.
Okay, well,
God.
we got
I gotta
a-
get myself canceled here.
we got a
Fuck's
metric
sakes.
fuck ton of technological advancement from the war.
We always get technological advancements from war.
No, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
Every
war kind of
war.
drives technology, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's desperation.
That's my point.
Mhm.
So that's it.
Yeah.
That was, I yeah, I don't. I'd be the TVA.
I beat the TVA. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I
Yeah.
just there.
I pop out and I'm walking up to baby Hitler's door and you come out of a portal and drag me into it.
Yeah. But
Cool.
then again, there's the butterfly effect has already been, come into effect because I walked in and fucking dragged you somewhere. You know,
Yeah, but then you use the
baby
cleaner
Hitler
thing.
saw a man walking up to him, and then a man come through a big orange door and drag that man away. You know, that might.
Yeah, but that's why they have the little grenade thingy that they set, or the explosive, or that
Who
thing
said I
that
had that?
resets it.
Maybe I left it at home.
Because you're the TVA. It's kind of
Yeah.
their thing.
I am the TVA. I've got so much on my plate that I forgot
It's
to
just
bring.
you. It's just
It's
you.
just me. I've got so much on my plate because little shits like you think that you can play willy-nilly with the timeline and nothing will go wrong. And I spend day after night after day after night dealing with your fuck-ups. Alright? This is,
Understandable.
you're like a child in a sandpit, not realizing that it's not a sandpit and you're playing in the ashes of nuclear fallout.
I don't think that's
Exactly, you don't
how
think.
I don't think that's how that works, but okay. Anyway, what are the rest of your backstories that you've come up with, Brad?
Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
We got Tarkin done.
Tarquin. Tarquin! It's not Tarkin, it's Tarquin! Oh my...
Grandma
it's
Tarkin.
freaking Tarquin. Tarquin.
Tarquin.
That's how he talks too.
Tarquin.
Oh, you
He's an
wanna...
Italian mafia.
Yeah, that's
friggin-
my son. that's my
You
darling boy.
you sent him at a very young age to the boarding school in Italy,
Yeah,
so now
yeah,
he
as soon as I
sounds like
can,
an
he's
Italian
out.
gangster.
I'm just imagining like there's this
Father,
one
can we
meme
go get an
of,
ice
like-
cream, Father?
Oh, I
That's how he
can't say that
talks.
meme. It's horrendous. I can't actually say it. I can't bring myself to say it. It won't reflect
Anyway.
well on people.
Rumpel? You want to know about Rumpel?
I know about the stilt
How
skin
My
one.
tall is
son
Rumpel?
Rumpel? Huh? What did you say?
How tall is Rumble?
He's just Rumpel, you know. He's just a little
Little.
lad, you know.
Yeah,
He's
what you're
just he's
saying
a, I've written
is-
I've kind of forgotten all about this conversation. I wrote in my phone like some bullet points, right? So he's a
You
sad
wrote it
kid.
down.
He doesn't do much growing up. He lives in a shed at the bottom of the garden.
So what I'm hearing is Rumpel is short, so Rumpel needs to wear stilts. Does Rumpel have a good skincare routine?
No,
Like when you look at Rumpel,
this
all
isn't
you can-
Rumpel stilt
all
skin.
you can
This is
see is
just
the skin.
Rumpel.
you've
Rumpel
got
is that's
Rumpel
it. That's
stilt
his
skin.
whole deal. Rumple, rumple, rumple. Just rumple. Just little old Rumple. He sits in the shed at the bottom of the garden, and he just chills in there. He's
You're
twins
horrendous,
with
Tyler.
Tarquin, and Tarquin hates him. So much so,
Your new
in a
empire.
little boat accident, when they're both 18,
They're both of age.
Rumple, yeah, because I was like, when they become an adult, they get all this bad shit can happen. Rumple, he gets shipwrecked. He's in his little boat on at the beach with Tarquin, and then he accidentally floats off. He floats off across the sea, and because he doesn't really know how to control his boat because he's just poor old Rumple. Never knew how to control his little boat.
So he's a dumbass.
This is just
Kinda,
like the
yeah.
Legend and Drago movie, where the guy didn't get taught how to throw from his dad, and little Tarquin didn't get taught how to fucking use a boat by you.
No. This is Rumple. Tarquin's
Okay, Rumple didn't get taught how to use a fucking boat by you.
Yeah, I never taught Rumple how to use the boat. He
What
always just
boat? Is it a family boat?
no. It's like a little teeny little dinghy. It's not even really that seaworthy. He's just sitting in it as
So
an
he's just gonna
18-year
die in a
old.
storm.
Well, he
is it like
floats
a hat?
off, right? He doesn't die. He ends
Okay.
up on Rumple Island, which is, you know how in the Pacific there's like the floating trash island?
In Life of
That's where
Pi?
he ends up, but it's also like a tropical paradise. And there's all these other people from across the world who are also Rumples. So there's like a whole Rumple colony.
Wait, so Rumple's not a place; it's a
What
people.
the fuck?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
and we were never able to find Rumple because the trash
Were you
island's like
even-
moving around. It's like
Were
floating
you
around.
even looking? Were you even
We can
looking?
rebuild this place.
Oh, I looked so hard for Rumple. I do love Rumple. I don't really love Tarquin as much. I love Rumple though. Rumple's my
Wait.
darling boy.
But you didn't teach him how to use the boat. But you
Well,
taught
I
Tarquin
never
how to use the
approved
boat.
of the boat. Tarquin took Rumple and his little boat to the beach. He was never supposed to, but Tarquin's a little shit. So he took Rumple and his little boat to the sea, and Rumple floated off, and Tarquin just like sort of
Is this
watched
just
him.
like the It movie?
Actually, that's a good point. It's kind of like that, except instead of a little boat
Damn, we're
falling
gonna
down
get
a train,
copyright
it's
claimed.
him
What the
on a
hell?
boat going out to sea. But he falls in love on Rumple Island with
With himself?
Rapunzel.
What am I listening to?
Yeah, I don't know.
And he has 3 kids with Rapunzel, and it's lovely. And eventually he will find his way back to the land with his kids and Rapunzel to meet up with me. And I'm like, my darling boy. And he'd be like, yes. No, that's actually not his voice. I forgot his voice. Rumple. But then I have my 3rd child.
Is he like a
God.
Pokemon where he just says Rumple?
Rumple.
Exactly.
Lovely little Rumple. I love Rumple. He's my darling boy.
Rumple loves
He's
you.
got kids of his own now. Little Rumplina, Rumpston, Rumbugalo. But then I have my 3rd kid, Lorraine, who's actually just like is my normal child. They're
Your normal child.
my not evil and not
Your
Rumple.
choice of words.
You're not stupid and you're not fucked up, child.
Your
Yeah.
choice of words continues to amaze me.
Well, my child that I have they're not.
No story for.
Yeah, well, no, I have a story for them, but they're just like they have a basic upbringing. I don't send them to private school, and I don't force them to live in the shed at the bottom of the garden. They're just like my normal child. I treat them normally. I treat both the other kids like shit.
I do not condone this parenting style. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Well, this is what has to happen. This is the future. I don't make the rules. This is just the future. Tarquin, he has to go to private school to earn me the big bucks. And Rumple has to go live in the shed Because, um, but Lorraine, right? Lorraine is my darling daughter. I love Lorraine.
Did I
But
say we or I? Because I'm gonna change my thing to I don't condone these parenting decisions.
it's not my fault, okay?
I don't care.
It's the
I'm
future.
still gonna say they are
It's the
not
future
condoned.
set, okay? It's not like Terminator. You can't change it.
You're sad.
It's always these are fixed points in time. I can't change the future. All
Who
right.
told you these things?
I don't know.
Jonas the time traveling dog, like the.
As the representative for the TVA, I'll let you know that these aren't fixed points in time, and you're just a shit parent.
Damn, got him. So I could go to the future and mess with it, and like you wouldn't, you
Don't
wouldn't.
you touch Tarquin.
You know.
Don't you touch Rumpel. Don't
you
touch
dare
Lorraine
turn him
either,
into a good boy.
Don't you dare. He's supposed to be evil. He's supposed to be fucked up. I raised him that way.
Gosh.
Tarquin. Father, I want an ice cream. No, Tarquin, you can't have an ice cream. Father,
You're a
I'm going
bitch.
to pull the ears off this cat. Tarquin, no, don't do such a thing. Father, yes. I didn't make him like that. That's just how he is. All right? It's not my fault. That's why I send him away.
I have it on quite good authority that you're wrong, but okay.
No, it's not my fault. His destiny's in the stars. This is just Tarquin. It's like I don't know, like Peter Parker always gets bit by the spider or some bullshit, across multiverses.
Tarquin is always evil.
Tarquin is always a freaking jerk face in any multiple.
What the fuck?
Oh, jeez.
You know, you could
in the
treat him
alternative
like
one
that,
where
or you
Rumpel's
could just
actually
put
evil.
him in a get the child some help like a normal human being. God.
Nah, he's going to private school. He's going to learn how to be more evil and corrupt and be a lawyer. And so he
Brent,
can.
I just want to let you know that your belief that, like Peter Parker, he gets bit by the spider.
Okay, don't talk to me about all the other freaking Spider-Man.
And it's the same thing with the situation where you're incorrect. Tarquin is not. So, Rumpel, your children aren't meant to be evil. You just are, and you're finding reasons to justify your own cruelty.
Damn.
Lorraine, right? Okay, so Lorraine.
Lorraine ends up okay.
Lorraine is my I love Lorraine is my darling daughter, okay? But they have this problem, right? They when all teenagers, they try to be like a little bit rebellious, So she dates this kid named Billy Zane. But Billy Zane he's a freaking dickhead, he's a freaking hover skater boy hanging around the freaking space parks because it's the future,
I've got a question.
So
is Lorraine named after Lorraine Warren?
I don't know who's Lorraine Warren.
Yeah,
From
I
The
don't know either.
Conjuring.
No.
Never seen The Conjuring.
Well, they're real people, but yeah, they're meant to be
it's
like
not named after her.
I thought you'd know who Lorraine.
No, actually, I was thinking more like Lorraine from Back to the Future. Lorraine.
Is that why there's the hoverboards?
No, it's the hoverboards because it's the future.
Well, yeah, but like
that was just an off comment. Lorraine's
we're
always
currently
been
in
the
the future, and we don't have hoverboards.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Whatever. This is the far future with my children. There's
Anyway,
hoverboards.
let's
all
get
right?
this torture over.
Let me tell you about Billy Zane. Okay, Billy Zane.
Try to annoy Brent.
Billy Zane.
Who the hell is Billy Zane now?
Billy Zane is Lorraine's freaking jerk-face teenage boyfriend when they're teenagers. And Billy Zane pressures Lorraine into getting a tattoo of his name, but she just ends up getting the B. But she eventually turns the bee into a butterfly. Yeah, So that's
Why didn't she
the
turn the bee into a bee?
no, she didn't. She turned into a butterfly.
She didn't want to
Why
think
did-
about
why
the
didn't she?
fact that it was a
Because
bee.
the butterfly symbolizes it being free or something, or some, I don't know.
Its
Freer than a
meaning
bee.
is changed. I don't know.
Yeah, it's they've come out of their cocoon. They're ready to start anew. Yeah.
Okay.
But Billy Zane goes on and ends up on a reality TV show called "Is There Love on Mars?"
Damn. Sounds like she missed out.
Is
Well,
there?
not really.
What was
It's
the
a
answer?
well, that's the aim of the reality TV show.
What did they
So it's
find
like
out?
Love Island or something.
Yeah, kind of, but on Mars.
Did they find?
Mm.
Yeah.
Did they find love on Mars?
Well, that's what they try to find out every season. They're on
That's the
like
whole point.
season 26, I think, at this point.
My
The,
point of view on all of this is that you had the choice for what happens to your children, and you chose all of this because you see your children's lives as a big play experiment for you.
I see it as The Sims.
Exactly.
Either I can have a really boring.
You've been telling us all this time about what happened to your children, but what happened to your partner? Did you drown them by putting them in the swimming pool?
Why
and
do you think
removing
they're
the ladder?
dead? Why do you think they're
Yeah,
dead?
where's the partner? Why do they agree
Well,
with
because you
you
haven't
so
spoken
much?
about
Why are
them.
they letting this happen?
You haven't mentioned
It's
them
their
at all.
fault. I'm actually gonna blame
Who-
everything on my partner. Lorraine's the only
bullshit.
one that
Drown-
No. You said I'm going to send.
Well, maybe it's the
the
future,
boarding
and
school.
maybe I've,
You
you
drown
know,
them in a
like
swimming pool.
maybe they're like direct clones from me because it's the future, or maybe I've adopted them.
Mhm.
I don't know, all these maybes, but you have the power.
I don't have the power. It's the future.
And you
Yeah,
wrote
well,
it.
now you're coming up with bullshit. So
Well, that's the whole deal. That was the whole
That-
conversation. It was just a load of bullshit. And I've just taken
Then
you
it's
guys
not a
on like a
fixed point of the
20-minute
future.
walkthrough of my bullshit future children. And everyone else who's also listening.
I'm glad.
I am
you're not
so
my father.
sorry to all of you that
Um,
are listening. We'll have something semi-normal next week, maybe.
well, maybe I'll have new kids.
No,
Maybe I'll have it. Maybe I will
No.
shift the timeline just a tad.
no,
Maybe
you won't.
Tarquin won't be evil. Maybe he'll be named something else and not be evil. Maybe Rumple. Actually, you know what? Rumple turned out pretty alright, so it's fine.
Did
I mean,
they?
fair enough. Yeah, he did
Rumple
find
and
love.
Lorraine actually turned out like fine. It was just Tarquin. It's just a freaking.
Yeah, because
asshole.
you were a dick parent. I think
That's not.
if they're direct
Tarquin was
clones
evil
of you,
at birth.
man.
He wanted to be a lawyer and be a jerkface. He wanted to. Fuck's sakes.
Just let him murder that cat in the alley, and now
He's-
weird. Now he's an asshole. So I don't know. Fucking
Oh my
hell, man.
gosh. I think if your kid's already murdering kids in the alley, I think you failed by that point.
You've already peaked as a parent.
Peaked as a
Yeah.
parent. Achieve the get. I was playing the field, all right? I was just
Playing the field.
playing the roll of the dice with what kind of children there could be. I was trying to get, one of every kind of child. I could have a whole range of children. Like
Like at a toy store.
yeah, like at a toy store. Like how you have different kinds of like Barbies, like there's like President Barbie, and then there's a Rumple Barbie, and then there's a
No,
Tarquin
there
Barbie,
isn't. There's not Rumple Barbie. I can confirm that. There might be Rumple Ken.
Oh no,
Rumple
Ken's
Ken.
just Ken.
He's
Yeah.
just Ken.
Yeah. But that was my one timeline of my future children. Yeah.
That's.
Do you guys have
great.
any
Do you have
future
anything
kids?
else? I don't know, man. I don't know.
What are your
I'd
future
name
kids? What are your future kids?
My future kid's a human.
Oh.
Or what?
My future kid's a human.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That sticks.
checks
I
out.
think the only thing that like that I'd add is like if I actually ever had children, one of them would like somehow get a Star Wars name, but like I'm not gonna be
Like
a
in,
dick and name them Thrawn
Fucking?
or Tarkin.
Bib Fortuna.
Baby, get your ass in here. Clean up this
Ewanga!
Ewanga, Daddy.
I think my favorite part of this entire thing is that I have a Star Wars name.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you don't.
Old Ben.
Yeah, but that's not why you were named it.
No, I never said that.
That's the point. That's the. I would find
I
a way
also
to
have
name them
a
after his
Star Wars
Star Wars
name.
character specifically.
I also have a Star Wars name. Yeah. Old Brent.
No.
Hmm.
We're
We're not getting into this. No, we're not doing this.
Why? What? It's a Star Wars character.
Who?
Old Brent.
You know what? But okay.
They live in. They live in. I don't know. What's the star? What's the? I mean, they live on that planet.
I could explain the whole thing right now.
What do you mean explain the whole thing?
Yeah. How do you know? You see, I told you.
Yeah.
Garrett
you've
knows
told
old
me.
Brent. Yeah. He knows them.
Salacious B. Crumb. Where do you
Oh
think
yeah.
the B is?
That wasn't even what I was thinking.
Fucking dumbass. Is even I know
Salacious
this
B.
shit better.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, the
right.
B is for
I
bread.
forgot when I
Ho
was
ho
in.
ho.
Fuck's
Fucking
sakes.
hell, man.
Uh,
Y'all got anything else that you wanted to talk about?
Not really. I just wanted to give you all. That was a rundown. Actually, realistically, right? Okay, in my actual timeline of kids, right? I don't know. I don't even know if I would have kids. I don't know how. You know.
Yeah, neither do I, but like I know if I did, there would be like some sort of Star Wars connection to a name.
Lorraine was my actual child. Tarquin and the Rumple, they were just the other whatever.
So Lorraine is what you would name a child if you.
I
had
could
children.
consider Lorraine a good name for a kid. You know, it's not too old fashioned.
No, it's not.
I kind of like.
It was worse.
Old and what? You don't like the
Is
name
what?
Lorraine?
No,
Makes
I
it
didn't
worse.
say that. I said that there's
Huh.
there's worse. There's.
I thought you said it's
not...
worse.
No, there's worse.
Oh,
There
right. I
is
was like, oh, jeez. Okay.
Oh, that's.
It was better
funny.
than Dorothy. I don't know. I just picked that for like my Stardew kid was
It's
Dorothy.
better than Dorothy or Hagrid? Nothing's better than
Hagrid. Yeah, was the
I
other
don't
one.
think there's a worse one.
Yeah.
No.
Dolores. No, Dolores is Gertrude.
Gertrude's pretty
Gertrude.
bad.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty bad.
that
Shit.
gem of a name.
Mm.
Come over here, Gertie, and play with us.
Actually, Gertie. That's the name of the kid in ET. What's her name?
Yeah.
There are a number of kids in ET.
Yeah, that's the name of
Fair enough.
Fuck, what's her actual the real actor? The actress.
Oh, man.
She is that one. She's that one. That's
Wow.
who she is.
That
She's
girl.
Elliot's younger sister. You know who she is.
No.
That's Gertie. Fuck. You
Oh,
don't
that
remember
one.
E.T.?
Yeah. Never mind.
E.T.'s
I
a
got
great
it.
movie.
Never mind. We're good.
E.T.'s a great movie. God, go watch
Mhm.
E.T. Recommendation for this week. Go watch that movie again because it's actually real good. It's a really good movie.
There's some also. So there's some other movies that could be pretty good. We just came out of Star Wars Celebration this week. Got 3 movies confirmed to, and they actually seem legitimate, unlike the all the ones we've been hearing about that have kind of died off.
Yeah, maybe they'll
don't
actually
remem-
plan these ones out.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
all
it
I'm
seems
asking
like.
for.
Well, so it's
Well, they're not
it's
trilogies.
It's
Yeah,
3
so maybe
separate
there'll be
movies. It's one all the way back at like the beginning of
Beginning of time.
I don't remember. It's
Beginning of
it's quite a
time.
long time before um crap before the prequels and the High Republic and all that. I don't remember that, but then Dave Filoni's directing one, which is gonna, I think it's supposed to like wrap up the Mandalorian and everything together. And then there's also one 15 years after the Rise of Skywalker that's gonna focus on Rey rebuilding the Jedi Order.
Hmm.
I was
And
thinking
Daisy
about,
Ridley
what
has
you'd
like
said.
confirmed that she's going to be part of it and stuff.
I was remembering back to what you said about the idea of having the the new Jedi be called Skywalkers, and it's kind of growing on me.
Exactly.
I
didn't come up with that. I gotta say that I can't take that. That's just that's been a theory that's gone
someone
around.
said that Grogu will be about 96.
Well,
when
yeah,
that
but he's
film
currently
is
50.
set. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, there was also another thing about it being like, oh yes, Yoda became a Jedi Master at 100. That's like
Really?
that's
Here we
all.
go.
That's what I read. I don't know if that's
So the
actually
3
true.
directors are James Mangold, Dave Filoni, and Charmin Obaid-Chinoy. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Is that for? Is that for the 3 different
know-
movies, or is
That's
it?
so yeah, that's 3 different movies. So
Right.
Mangold's
who James
will return to
Mangold
the
is.
Dawn of the Jedi. Filoni's will be about the New Republic, and we'll close out the interconnected stories told in the Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and all those. And
James
then
Mangold did Logan, and he's doing the new Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
oh, really? Okay.
Bum, ba-dum,
Yeah.
bum,
And then
bum,
Obaid's is
ba-dum.
Daisy Ridley's film.
Hmm.
And these actually seem like legitimate things that are going to happen, unlike Rogue Squadron, the Rian Johnson trilogy, which will haunt everybody's Star Wars factoids
Do you think we'll see
forever.
John Boyega back in
No.
the Rayford?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
think
highly
he'd go
doubting
back.
his routine.
There is,
He
But how would
got
they
fucked over
explain
too
his
much.
Well, absence? I guess they could be like, well, guess he's just not here.
Oh
I-
yeah,
I don't-
maybe
I
they
don't
split
believe
separate ways.
he would touch the franchise again with like a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There's no
Understandable.
way.
There's too much
Understandable.
drama there, which not his fault, obviously. They've kind of fucked him over.
Oh, they truly did. That's why I'm like, yeah, I don't
Exactly.
see him coming
No,
back.
I don't. He won't come back. I don't know how many returning characters we'll even get. I don't know.
Maybe we won't get any. Maybe it'll just be Ray.
Maybe it'll. Yeah. Maybe who? Or
Solitary.
maybe it's just her and Grogu.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be funny. I don't know. But yeah, and then
How many
yeah.
years is that? How many years would that be set after the Mandalorian then? Like where we are
Well,
now.
Force Awakens is what 30 years after Return of the Jedi. So
And Mandalorian takes place like directly
5.
after Return of the
It's 5.
5 years. Okay.
So he's 50. So that's
Just trying to think. The
75,
Mandalorian will be like
85, 90, close to
Oh,
100 years
shit.
old. Somewhere between 90 and 100 years old when that
So the
film
Mandalorian
takes
will
place.
be.
Oh, he'll
would
be
be,
he'll be dead a long
He'll
time
be
ago.
dead. Plus, he probably will die in the show. Honestly.
You think so?
You
Yeah, he
heard-
probably
I
would.
don't- he won't
stories-
die in the show. It might be in the movie that Dave Filoni makes.
Oh
though.
yeah, like I mean, he will eventually.
Yeah,
I mean,
he'll
eventually
die on
We'll
screen.
see a death on screen. Yeah, that's what I was
I've
meaning.
heard I've heard theories that he's going to become the prime minister of Mandalore
Maybe.
alongside Bo-Katan as the Duchess, Queen, whatever title
I don't
they use.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because it's kind of repeatedly shown that he's a better people person.
Yeah.
Like even with the I don't think I can. The people that I'm talking about in the latest episode. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say it, but like
Yeah.
that specific group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like yes, it's
Yeah.
because yeah. Anyway.
There's
and
also
the
okay, good.
Tuscans
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
first
that's
episode of
true.
season 2, like it's kind of shown that he's a decent people person.
Mm-hmm.
Just
So
not a droid person.
Yeah.
well,
He likes people, just not droids.
Yeah.
I will still claim that it was a gross sort of
Yeah.
overreaction in the sense that like I think his character had grown a lot since. Anyway,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was battle droids. Remember?
yeah, but
I can accept. Maybe it was too far. I think maybe it was too far.
I think it was.
Maybe that
well,
whole episode was a
I'm,
little
no,
bit too far.
I'm not.
Not all
like,
episodes are
I
gonna be
enjoyed
bangers,
it.
and I'm willing to accept
I
that.
enjoyed it. I
had
still had a
fun
good
though.
time.
like
We're
I
talking
was
about
saying
the,
before, I wasn't expecting. I wasn't talking about when he was doing the battle droids. I'm talking about the bar scene.
Yeah, that's right. You mentioned that.
You know,
It was just kind of a dick for no reason.
I'm not talking about when he was kicking over, which I will say. I think I said it felt very, very similar to iRobot. This whole
Mhm.
episode
Yeah.
felt like iRobot.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think specifically just that bar scene felt really.
Yeah.
I love how I was like going about like, oh no spoilers and all that, and I've just like,
I mean, I was gonna go with spoilers. I don't. This is gonna come out for a long time after.
Yeah.
oh fuck,
Yeah.
that's so right. I completely forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fine.
okay.
We can talk. That's the nice thing. So, guys, we record these quite in advance so that we have a
Yeah.
good buffer. Like,
Like,
I'm
the most
going
recent
traveling. I'm going to
we've
go
only
to
had
Florida
Tuesday.
in like a couple days,
Yeah.
and
For the second time.
yeah, for the second time, and I won't. There'll be like a whole week where I won't be able to record, and 2 episodes will drop in the time that I'm gone. So that's kind of why we do this. But yeah, so
Yeah,
that's the nice thing is by the time these come out, we don't really have to worry about spoilers, so we can just talk about whatever.
Yeah.
We will say, hey, spoilers for this thing, but like we're gonna get into it.
I don't like talking about the ends of movies because like I feel like movies
yeah.
you don't unless there's something that's very highly spoiled anyway, like an
Mhm.
Avengers movie or something that's very obvious.
Hey
If
guys,
it's like the
did you
twist
know
of
that
a
Darth Vader
very
dies at the end of Return of the Jedi?
oh my fucking god, why would you even say that, man? What the hell is that? What the hell, man?
Do you know that he's Luke's father too?
Sakes.
But yeah,
I was meaning more
there's
like
a
horror movie
lot of news
twists
got
and
dropped.
things. Where like
Oh
there's
well,
a
yeah,
build for the
that
whole
makes
thing
sense.
and,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
you might not watch it straight away for movies.
Yeah.
It's harder to watch a movie compared to a show. Which, to be honest, I haven't caught up on Bad Batch, so I've already been
Yeah.
spoiled for it.
Speaking of Bad Batch,
Oh wait, you haven't seen the most? Okay, yeah,
Nah.
you might have gotten. Yeah, I said that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been
all right,
2
okay.
weeks.
Anyway, speaking
Yeah, I
of
know,
Bad
fair
Batch,
enough.
we got confirmed that it is capping out at 3 seasons. That doesn't mean the characters are all dying or something. It's just it's kind of like almost like the saga that we have. It's a story
There's
that's got a
gonna be a
beginning, middle, and
sequel.
end sort of thing.
Well,
Yeah,
So,
there's
like-
gonna be a
we've
sequel.
got to see like they got to wrap up not only the Bad Batch, they've got to wrap up what happened with Cody. Like
Yes.
they just kind of left it.
Exactly. Yeah, it was mentioned that it is going to get a 3rd season, but that will be all.
Can't wait for the Good Batch.
Yeah,
The
speaking
Good
of Cody,
Batch.
we always thought that Cody was Imperial. No. became.
Yeah, I
became
guess that's
material.
kind of like what we all just kind of assumed.
But this is the first bit of information that goes against that.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. I mean, I acknowledge that it's like, oh yeah, obviously he deserved it, but I didn't really think. I was like, oh yeah, I guess yeah, we have kind of thought that he's been Empire. Yeah. Got an Ahsoka trailer, which there's an extended version that you can find on the second recap of that Rebel Force Radio did. They did a live recap today of the rest of the Star Wars celebration, and they got a video from someone with a camera inside a place they weren't supposed to have it on. So Thrawn looks interesting. I'll send you guys pictures after.
Yeah,
If you don't want to look it up, that's
I've seen the
fine.
back of his head.
Yeah, you've seen the back of his head. I don't even want to give an opinion right now because it's like literally like 2 screenshots essentially from that trailer.
Is it just a weird transition, like to live action? Is that what you mean?
It's the actor's face a little bit that doesn't
I don't like
have
your
that.
face.
It doesn't have that menace to it. But
don't
I
like your
guess
face,
in a
man.
bunch of other movies that he's done, he plays a villain and is quite menacing in it. Because I always feel like Thrawn's kind of got this like, he's always kind of got a furrowed brow. But in the the 2 very like couple second shots we get in that extended trailer, I don't know. But I'm not throwing out the show. I'm very excited for Ahsoka. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm actually excited for Rebels cast. I enjoyed Rebels. I don't know not many people liked Rebels, but I kind of enjoyed Rebels. You know, I don't know. It was very goofy and silly. And
Don't
kiddie,
mind
but
Rebels. I kind of just.
I liked the crew. I liked the combination of the crew.
Yeah.
I also liked.
And I mean, we
ship.
just got that Zeb cameo too in Mandalorian, which was cool. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for live action Hera.
It's weird seeing Hera in live action.
It was less weird than I thought it was gonna be. To be honest,
I don't know. I don't think it's something.
I still find it funny that it's Obi-Wan's wife.
Yeah,
that too. Yeah, his wife is in it. His daughter's been in it. Like his daughter was in his series. Like,
too bad they can't cross paths.
Yeah,
unless they do a flashback or something weird. I don't know. I don't think they even cross paths when they. Yeah, they wouldn't have.
Nope.
Shit.
Yeah. No. What did he ever go to Ryloth? I'm thinking like Clone Wars. Because he like we saw.
Yeah, he did. Obi-Wan did go to Ryloth, so maybe Hera would have had to been. Because how old is? Because Hera's actually like Omega's age, like a little bit older maybe.
Yeah.
So she would have been a young child in the Clone Wars.
Something like that.
Now I want to go look at the Ryloth episodes.
We also got an indie trailer. I'm very excited for indie.
Well, indie looks really good.
And we got a little snippet of Antonio Banderas in it. I'm pretty sure. But I'm not sure who his like. I don't know. People saying he might be a side villain thing. I don't know. I don't even know how much of a part he actually plays in the movie because he's not. We haven't seen him in really any action scenes yet, so he might be just like one of those sneaky side deal characters, you know, like the ones that Indy has to deal with at some point.
Yeah, maybe
like friend up front, but actually like stabbing him in the back or something.
Yeah, that might be it.
I can see that.
No, it looks exciting. There was a couple interviews with the director on the live stage. I've only watched like day 1 and half of day 2's live stream. So I don't know everything, but I've watched.
Did they say anything of
radio roundups
of point?
Nothing really immense. To be honest,
it's gonna be a great movie.
He's the first 25 minutes. He said is like very much Spielberg.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
And then I guess that will transition more
What do
into
they
stuff.
when they say
I don't know.
very much Spielberg? They mean Spielberg style or Spielberg actually involved?
style, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks really good. I
So
think it'll be
everything
okay.
in shot, big kind of like scenes playing
Yeah,
out.
it
and
shot
then-
like a Spielberg sort of thing with the
Yeah.
action and stuff.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
that's kind of what he
prefer-
meant.
A lot of like stuff nowadays, everything's up in their face. I can't tell what anything is in the movie.
Yeah, it's
And,
all fast cut.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind
I
of
mean, it
hard to
works
tell
for
what
some
anything
things,
is.
but
That's what's the problem with some of the series 13, 12, and 11 of Doctor Who. A lot of the shots were all like of just actors' faces. And I was like, where actually are we? Like, what's going on?
yeah,
Couldn't tell
not as
what
many
was going
wide
on.
shots.
Yeah, I didn't know where the hell like most of the stuff was happening.
Yeah,
Like, I honestly could not give you a layout of the TARDIS because they never did like they never did a proper shot of the TARDIS. They always had like characters coming in, seeing
Wow.
their reactions, and just it was all very up close and personal like the whole time. And I was like, oh wow,
that's annoying.
yeah, but oh well. Probably have different.
Yeah,
direction going
we also got sort of I think did the Acolyte trailer actually get released? It was like a sizzle reel or something.
What is Acolyte?
And that was so that's during the High Republic, and
show.
it's about like the Sith.
The Sith.
Hold on. Kind of like the Sith behind the scenes there. Yeah, oh no, it's not there. Okay, then it is. It's not.
The
It didn't get
last they can
officially
reveal
dropped then.
themselves to the Jedi.
Yeah, it was something that was shown behind closed doors, but it leaked. Like
Well, I
The
mean,
amount
it's
of live
like
action
almost
Star
everything.
Wars.
Yeah, it always somebody's camera always makes it through. Like, yeah, they're going through and looking through their infrared or whatever crap that they've got, trying to find people with their cameras and bust them. But they're not going to catch everyone, so it's always going to make it out online. So that got leaked. There was Andor is filming right now, along with Skeleton Crew, and so we got sizzle reels sort of both of those.
Skeleton Crew.
Yeah. We didn't in the Skeleton Crew thing. We didn't even get to see Jude Law, but apparently he is going to be like a Jedi and cart the kids around.
When's
So it's going to be very much like Goonies.
Yeah, so he's like a pirate in that as well, is he?
I don't know if he's in that.
I
but
saw.
not like
I
a
just
Goonies,
watched the
Goonies style,
second
like,
trailer
kids...
for Peter Pan and Wendy. Pamela's Captain Hook.
But no, like just like 80s style, like Stranger Things, like normal kids from the suburbs get dragged on an adventure.
I don't want to. I don't want that anymore. And that hasn't. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of it.
From what we've seen, honestly,
I'm sick of seeing little kids on bikes
Star Wars,
going
but
around
we'll see.
solving mysteries. All right, I'm sick of that Nancy Drew freaking little kids
you
club.
You want kids on hoverboards?
Yeah, kids on hoverboards.
Oh my god. Yeah. There was a sizzle reel for Andor that, like, because they're still shooting, it was just like a bunch of like half a like 1 second shots and stuff like that, but looked pretty interesting.
My favorite thing, like looking forward to for Ahsoka, is Hu Yang, the freaking lightsaber making droid, voiced by David.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
David
yeah.
Tennant back in
That's my
Star Wars, bro. I
favorite.
want him to go to a Star Wars celebration and get interviewed. I don't
Where's
know.
he
I know that,
been?
like,
That's
where's
my
Tennant been?
no, but where has he been
The
in
droid?
No,
The
I mean,
droid?
like, the
Oh,
droid,
I don't know,
yeah.
man.
Because he would have had to, like, where has he been hiding?
It's been
What's he
like
been up to?
25 years.
Yeah,
since the
what's he
Clone
been up
Wars.
to
So
this
like,
whole
where's
time?
this droid
Did the
been?
Empire not just like dismantle him because like he knew how to make like lightsabers and shit?
Apparently not. I don't
Like,
know.
surely,
But they
I
just
maybe
guess
he's
we'll
on the
find out.
outskirts of Coruscant. Honestly, that could be a thing. It's just like
Does-
hiding
Yeah,
out there.
maybe he was on an adventure again.
Oh my
and-
god, that's gonna be the next another.
Maybe
that's the
he was on
fourth movie.
Tatooine. Hiding out
Oh,
on Tatooine.
everyone's going to Tatooine.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect. The one place we can hide. Everyone in the universe goes to Tatooine.
Everybody just goes to Tatooine to hide from the
Everyone
galaxy.
eventually turns up
Or
here.
specifically Vader.
Yeah, true. True.
Why? I don't quite like hiding fucking what's his face on Tatooine because it's where Vader wouldn't go back really. I've always kind of sat there and like, but then Obi-Wan didn't know that Vader was that Anakin was really still alive. So why'd he hide him out on Tatooine?
Hide him from the Empire, from like the
But like
Emperor.
the
Well,
Empire's
just like
not gonna
go hide
not
him with
go to
his family.
Tatooine.
Go take him to his family.
I
It's
don't
their
know, man.
Yeah,
responsibility.
exactly. That's exactly my point. Is that like yes, this stuff was set up before the prequels, but like in universe,
Oh, right.
It's to
Obi-Wan,
hide him from the Emperor.
but he's
is what it
sending
is.
him to his family. Like yes, we
don't know,
don't
man.
know if the Empire even had that on.
Why
record.
would I guess the Emperor assumes that Pat knows that Padme is dead. So like maybe he doesn't even know that they're born, he doesn't want them to find out, and he also doesn't know that there's like family there on Tatooine, so like
He also just want
It
to take care
seems
of
like
the
a
kid.
risk though, because they don't know that he doesn't know that.
true.
Well, where
but I
else
don't
he
know.
gonna take him?
Well,
You know,
I mean,
he's-
they
he-
literally just
He
put him
might
on a
eventually
planet with-
discover he's got force powers.
Just do
and then what are you
just
gonna
do what Ray's parents did. Just dump him with Unkar Plutt, because I don't know, maybe he's alive then. Baby Unkar Plutt, they can grow up together.
My gosh. Make the
Yeah.
Emperor adopt him. Right, put him right under his nose.
Lord. Yeah, I think that's a good place to end it. I ain't got anything else.
And what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for
Good
listening,
night.
and
Good morning. Have a nice lunch. Go to sleep.
go get some
I don't
dinner.
know. Yeah. Go get yourself a little treat. Have it on us.
Bye.